The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag of thing now. Makes true me, I do it like Nike. But me not
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, the Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, Click, KFC, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
Plus me and them girlfriend a link up. Hello. Dog, where you did that when they think tough. No food, clean water fi drink up. Now me and the dog, them a link up. Big truck, 20-inch rim, just a spin up. The pioneer just a kicks up. And a hip-hop or calypso. Hello. You can't see the star through the tint up. Plus me and the Cuban a link up. Rose gold for the Cuban link up. How much ice just a and me rings up. From what day you may find out, certain people don't like me. Everyone cock us bag a thing now. Bex throw me, I do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spy me, me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. 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 Me just a do it like Nike.
To tell you the truth, if I were you, then me probably woulda like me neither. Fresh to the top, born again, them said the flow ungodly, my mind need Jesus. Girls call cookies when my mind need reefer. And all when my frost, they can't style me neither. Aim excellent, point blank, tell the truth. Bullets never miss the chin like a Chinese teacher. Yeah, every bad mind fraud, them is them parents did corrupt, so them born negative. How much longer you gonna yet from people? You know see you now benefit. These cars with digits and say
from what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone talk us bag a thing now. Bex throw me, I do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spy me, me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike.
Hey, July 14th edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. Your boy Naughty in your company right up until 6 p.m. We are live, Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South, getting it in, getting it on, you know, running on Dunkin', you know. Every Friday, every couple of Fridays, we got to get out to a great Dunkin' Donut location and, you know, get the Dunkin' experience on. And it's good stuff. Because you know we runs on Dunkin'. Yes, sir. And I'm going to break down all the goodness of Dunkin' Donuts that's going on for you. All afternoon long. Because it's like a extended Dunkin' Donuts coffee break. You know what I mean? Hey, and listen. That strawberry cheesecake latte. My God. It's coming, people. I'm peeping, I like to keep you in the know. Like what's coming, as well as what they got, you know? Oh, that cheesecake latte. My God, that strawberry cheesecake latte. My goodness. And they still got the butter pecan going on for you, too. That's off the chain. But like I said, I'll break down all the goodness going on at this Dunkin' location, as well as all the other locations. And you know me, I runs on Dunkin'. Lightning in the sky or not, once I got my Dunkin', I'm running. But like I say, when I say all the Dunkin' locations, I mean Downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Burnett Road, East Street South with the drive-thru, Burnett Road with the drive-thru, Carmichael. Can't forget out the airport, pre-clearance and post-clearance. So, yeah. Get your Dunkins. Now, we got lots to talk about. You know how to chime in. Well, let me make sure you know how to chime in. Much prefer you know. You know. All right, here we go. Text line is powered by BTC. 422-4796. 422-4796. That's 422-GR96. Lines are open. 323-6232. 325-4316. 326-4259 in New Providence. Grand Bahama, Abaco, toll free in any one of the family islands. 242-300. 5720. 242-300. 5720. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. All right. So, as we get into this Friday edition, and you can chime on in for whatever you want. It's all good. Or call on in. But we will talk about the headlines. Get to them in a second. Get to them now. Just letting the thunder roll through. Now, this is a story that jumps out, Candida Dames. A call for action to fight sex crimes. Crisis Center decries rise in rape reports. Now, decrying the significant increase in rape cases primarily on New Providence this year, the Bahamas Crisis Center yesterday appealed to policymakers to do what's needed to be done to ensure the accountability of sex offenders. The call came after recent sex crimes were reported, including 2 separate cases of sexual assault of elderly women. The Bahamas Crisis Center reiterates its call for action and the need for swift action by the judicial system to address these types of assaults and to ensure the safety of our people. And this is how the statement signed by Crisis Center Director and longtime advocate Dr. Sandra Dean Patterson read. And why do we have to wait 5 and 6 years or more of these matters to be resolved? Enough is enough. Agreed. Last month, Minister of National Security Wayne Monroe reported that the overall crime was down 30% in the first 5 months of 2023. Compared to that same period last year, rape reports were up. I don't know. I know there's one report or alleged case in Albuquerque that still needs to be addressed. Shouldn't that be part of the statistics? Shouldn't we know what the deal is with that by now? But I get what Dr. Sandra Dean Patterson is saying. That's my Jack. That's my good friend. So, of course, I support that note. It shouldn't take 5 or 6 years for legislation to be changed. Somebody needs policymakers need to work on that. That's something that needs to be addressed, something that needs to be fixed. So, let me take a quick break. And on the flip side of the break, we'll continue with the headliners, who of us making headlines in the 242, all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. Well, let me wrap that, and then we'll get into the buzz. When they see lightning run close, hey, we'll take a break. Christy in Haiti, as part of CARICOM. This Madam Producer in studio, you good? Mr. Producer, I see something. Why? I knew if I looked at you, he was going to make me laugh. Why did I know? Why did I just know? But my head went this way. I said, oh, God, he's going to make me laugh. And I'm glad he's there. I'm not making fun. But at this stage, he going to shuffle what's happening. Or is he going to break down ideas? And if they don't like him, give him the Perry salute? I don't know. I think that situation down there, and in all seriousness now, all jokes aside, as much wisdom, knowledge, insight, as well, his personal insight, but from the region as well, that he brings to the table and his experience. And for the other members of that team, I think there is a bigger problem that needs to be addressed. They have to fix Haiti internally before anything externally could come in and offer suggestions to build. At this stage of the game, Haiti needs to be fixed internally before it can be assisted externally. The situation needs to be addressed. But like I said, how many ideas have been offered and the situation remains the same? No. I'm glad you brought it up, Texter. Where I was off and on with my chopped up comedian schedule, a partial vacation, I would have been, like doing it for 1 or 2 days, then stop. And do it for a day and stop. So now, Monday, we clear sailing for a while. So we'll be doing it every day, Monday through Friday. All right? So buckle up. See you Monday. All right. So, if we look at the other headlines, like I said, CARICOM's been trying. Let's try something different. I mean, I'm not saying don't take the ideas and the experience that team brings to the table, but we need something revolutionary down there. Something, and I don't mean revolution. I meant, something that is out of the ordinary. Because everything's kind of become the same old, and very mundane, and it's not worked. Now, this radio, on the same day that Dr. Sandra Jean Patterson makes her statements regarding rape, here we are in the headlines again. Travis Carr with the story. Chief of Police says probe into report against MP to wrap up shortly. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez said yesterday police will very shortly wrap up their investigations to allegations made against North Abaco MP Kurt Cornish. Or that should be the North Abaco PM Kurt Cornish. I don't know how that reads anymore. Fernandez said he received recommendations regarding the investigation from the acting director of public prosecutions, which is currently being reviewed. Asked what the recommendations are, he said, I will say, but not at this time. Asked when people can expect the probe to be wrapped up, Fernandez replied, very, very shortly. And fended off criticism that police have been slow to investigate Cornish. It's no slow moment, if you understand investigations, he said. Some investigations will find different lines of inquiries, and this is one that highlighted a number of lines of inquiry that's what we're doing. We even had recommendations from our DPP to do some things. So we're following those lines of inquiry so that we ensure that everything is done in decency and order. Can you be a little more vague, Mr. Fernandez? Come on, man. You are right with me, Mr. COP. Can you be a little more vague, though? Come on. Ugh. Wow. Sometimes I just say, wow. Because when you read stories like that, it leaves it up to your interpretation. Because obviously we're not getting a clear answer from the authorities. So here comes interpretation, the court of public opinion, tongues wagging, here we go. All before we hear from who we need to hear from. And this is a little bit peculiar. This is a little bit irregular. Let me check some of the text. Because obviously some of y'all may be agreeing with me right now. All right, so we're getting ready to get to the break. Out of the break, I'll jump into the text as we start the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. This is a wrap right now. Your headliners who are what's making headlines in the 242. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. Flip side of the break, we'll continue the show right here live from Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South, right after this.
juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Collect, the Bear of the Bahamas is giving you 5,000 more reasons to be proud to be 50. Just purchase a 3-pack of Collect at participating liquor stores and bars for your chance to be one of our 5 lucky $1,000 winners. Winners will be announced every Friday starting June 9th. Collect's 5K giveaway to celebrate 50 years of independence is officially on. Just purchase 3 Collect for your chance to be one of 5 $1,000 winners. Follow Collect on social media for more details. Collect, the Bear of the Bahamas. Drink responsibly, but
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
It's back, the 35th annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 17th to 28th, inside Kendall Isaacs Gym, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For boys and girls 5 through 18. Sign up your child now at South Bahamas Seventh-day Adventist Office, Tony Williams Highway, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's the Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 17th to 28th at Kendall Isaacs Gym, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Special appearances by NBA stars, legends, and coaches. The 35th annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, it's back.
Chill this summer with the flavor of butter pecan ice cream and the kick of Dunkin' iced coffee. The Dunkin' Butter Pecan Crunch blends frozen coffee with the flavor of butter pecan, topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and crunchy cocoa caramel sprinkles. Join the pecan party with a Dunkin' Butter Pecan donut filled with butter pecan flavored buttercream, topped with vanilla icing and crunchy sweet butternut topping. Yes, you can butter pecan. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Friday, July 14th edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. And like I said, let's slide into the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And we're live. Like I said, Dunkin' Donuts East Street South location with the drive-thru. And that's, you know, a good thing. You're in and you're out. It's always fun at East Street South location, too. The drive-thru, you're in, you're out, it's all good. Now, we're into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And don't forget, all chefs, don't forget, John's got you covered as well. In addition to your footwear, John's is the authorized distributor of Chefwear, the most respected global culinary brand. John's carries chef jackets, chef pants, aprons, and hats, all designed to keep culinary professionals cool and comfortable. John's is also now carrying chef night sets by Mercer Culinary Tools that make a better chef. They're available at John's Shareware, Rosetta Street, and Carmichael. So be sure to check them out, both locations. All right? And remember, John, serving you is a pleasure. In addition to that, well, let me give you a little FYI. You know, I like to keep you in the know and get you where you want to go. Couple of things for you. Don't forget, Nassau, listen up. Bahamas, listen up. Let's bucket together this summer with KFC. Grab a bucket of delicious KFC fried chicken and kick back with friends and family, whether it's original, spicy, or barbecue. KFC has the flavors you crave. Remember, Bahamas, when you bucket, he buckets, she buckets, and we bucket together. Make sure you don't go through the summer without checking this one off your bucket list. And for KFC, it's always finger looking good. Sometimes you got to just say bucket, you know? That's what I'm talking about. And don't forget Kalik, celebrating the big 50. Kalik is proud to be 50, so the Bear of the Bahamas has decided to give you the chance to be one of 5 1,000 cash prize winners every week starting June 30th. All right? You can enter to win 1,000 at participating liquor stores and bars. Just purchase a 3-pack of Kalik and write your name, number, and an email on the back of your receipt and enter to win. The drawing soon to come. And like I said, we'll announce the winner chicken dinner right here, so you know. All right, let's check out the other text lines as we slide into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And where do we start? Naughty, how is the COP going to resolve it with the MP Cornish still at large? Well, I think they know where to find him. He's the PM of Abaco, the Prime Minister of Abaco. I got to see what Roscoe them have to say on Monday. You know, it was a holiday this week, so we can talk. But yeah, Monday we'll find out what Abaco has to say about the MP of Abaco. I mean, the PM of Abaco. And this is. There's trouble with these texts, you know. Naughty, either they're going to charge him or not. We already know nothing's going to happen, but at least say something. Naughty, at some point, you all need to really start talking about these politicians that aren't disclosing months after the deadline. Noted. Naughty, RPM in New Providence. Brave. Your texts are so wrong. It has to be the Perry Christie 2.0, letting his ministers do as they please with no penalties. I'm sure he can see what happened to Christie for being Mr. Nice Guy. That was cryptic. That was ominous. Talk about a do-nothing PM, Naughty. No wonder Cornish can think and say as he wants in Abaco. He is the PM. Naughty, this administration has no fear of consequences by this soft-handed prime minister. Wow. How do you all really feel on a Friday? Naughty, from Kobe Davis knocked down that policeman, the ministers have been running wild, doing as they please. Absolutely no respect for their leader. Wow. You all sound like you're singing one accord, boy. Everywhere I look, it's the same thing. All right. Naughty, welcome back. Hope you had a productive trip. Pearlie should have done some homework on who won the song competition. Elkin Outen song blew that out of existence. Okay. I wasn't part of that debate, but we'll finish it right there. And that'll be that. But, like I said, we're live at Duncan, East Street South location. And you know he runs on Duncan. Listen, the glazed donut breakfast sandwich still going on. I'm so addicted to that. I am trying to behave myself. I know I gotta take another. I gotta take another stab at one of them before I go. Don't forget the top toasty and tasty avocado toast right here at Dunkin'. That's off the chain. And, they got the lattes going on, the iced coffees, your favorite hot as well, too. All the butter pecan you can stand. The butter pecan flavors are off the chain. Oh, my God. Off the cheesy. So, get into your favorite Dunkin' location. Start running on Dunkin'. And don't forget that strawberry cheesecake latte is on the way. Just return it. And listen, I see the longest standing Bahamian Kansas City Chiefs fan going into Dunkin'. He runs on Dunkin'. And wait till he leaves. Because he can start talking smack about my Cowboys. And I'm going to have to take his donut. Yep. We've been through this before. I'm trying to behave. All right. Now, a couple of things I'm buzzing on. I got back, and I got some calls. I'm back in town. Boom. Send in the pictures of the handicap violators. Didn't see any of that foolishness on the road from whence I came. Everybody on that side of the road was parked in accordance to the handicap parking. Decals on full display. No violators. It's good stuff. I wish we could, be so good. Oh, I don't know. Maybe, well, I'll find out from Pearlie now at 5 o'clock, and we'll announce it at 5 o'clock. See, I was traveling. So if Pearlie said he'd announce it, then I'll make sure Pearlie does it. I wasn't privy to it. But yeah, thank you for keeping me organized. I appreciate that. All right. So yeah, send me the pictures of the handicap violators. Please, please, please. We'll get back to doing that. We got Dorset back on it with the pothole reports. That'll return on Monday because we have some caverns and craters here. I'm looking at 2 potholes, and this appears to be off of East Street. You could bury bodies in there. That could be a small cemetery. That's how deep they are. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We got a caller, Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this?
What's going on, Naughty?
Oh, good.
Sound dead today, man. What's going on with you?
No, Mystery Dolphin. I'm sitting here at Dunkin', biding my time, doing my thing, and then when I'm finished,
listen, man, you sound like your best friend leave you. What's going on with you? Be honest. Tell me the truth. What's going on? I know basketball is over, so tell me what's going on.
Well, we should be talking football. That's coming up in the 5 o'clock.
You talking football?
Oh, yeah. You just said basketball is over. Baseball is where it's supposed to be. So, yeah, training camp starts next week.
Yeah, you can't tell me the day. I'm still waiting to hear about that, man.
Dame is kind of holding the league hostage. And you kind of early, because we was going to talk about this in the 5 o'clock, but I'll give you the preview. Dame could get to Miami, because that's where he wants to go. But other teams are going to have to get involved. But Dame says, look, if you trade me to Boston, I'm not going. If you trade me to Cleveland, I'm not going. The only place I want to go willingly will be Miami. If you trade me to them places, I'm not going to sign, I'm not going to report, I'm not going to go. So he's being difficult via his agent. But the only problem is I don't think Miami sees anything in Portland. Well, actually, Portland doesn't see anything in Miami except for your boy, probably Bam, 1 or 2 other pieces. And you all don't want to give up Bam.
No, sir. No, we ain't giving him up. I want Dame to continue playing hardball until he make it to South Beach.
Yeah, but we'll talk about it more in the 5 o'clock. Make sure to call us back.
Okay.
All right. Be safe. The Mystery Dolphin appeared. We got to remind Pearlie that the Mystery Dolphin has shown up. All right. You all need to stop. Naughty, why would the AG who lost the citizenship case at the Privy Council be the one making the rules for passport applications? Clearly, the ruling said that paternity must be legally proven, and the right is for a biological father. A name on the birth certificate does not prove this. All applicants must have DNA. Boy, I mean, that would make sense. But see, that's the problem. It does. That's why we have a name on the birth certificate. You know how many doors that opens? How many Pandora's boxes that opens? How many gateways on multiple levels that opens? Where are we in 2023, Bahamas? This is what we got to think about? This is what we got to scratch our head about? Texas, that's a good question. I need to read that a little more closely to see how you mean that. All right. In the meantime, we're going to take a break. Let's get to the, we got a caller right now? Or that was an old message. Okay, cool. Let's get to the break. Flip side of the break. We'll get into the global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds. So that's all brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. We'll continue, man, taking my Dunkin' Donuts coffee break here live at Dunkin' East Street South. And we'll get you ready for the news in the 5 o'clock hour, all right? As the Friday edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan. Island game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan. Dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan. Island do Percy's Pension Plan. From the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Chill this summer with the flavor of butter pecan ice cream and the kick of Dunkin' iced coffee. The Dunkin' Butter Pecan Crunch blends frozen coffee with the flavor of butter pecan, topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and crunchy cocoa caramel sprinkles. Join the pecan party with a Dunkin' Butter Pecan donut filled with butter pecan flavored buttercream, topped with vanilla icing and crunchy sweet butternut topping. Yes, you can butter pecan. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Friday, July 14th edition of Talking Heads continues right now. We're on and popping. We're live. Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South location, getting it in. And phone lines are open. Call back. If you tried to get in before the break, hit us right back. But we'll get into the global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less. All brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. And like I said, let's bucket together with KFC Nassau. Great bucket specials all summer long. And sometimes you just got to say bucket and get down into the KFC. Bucket of the original, a bucket of the spicy, a bucket of the mix with some barbecue in there too, man. You know what I'm talking about. And you need to practice this summer. NFL teams go to training camp in July, in August, September, boom, back to the NFL. Staple of Sunday NFL football, KFC Nassau. Oh, so I'm going to say for now. All right. I see the oldest and ugliest Kansas City Chief fan in the world. And the oldest in the Bahamas. Thumbs up. I see you gone in the car and lock up. Why do you see you gone in and lock up? You know, was plotting on that donut. He talked some foolishness now. I just have to take that donut. You got the Mahomes donut. That's the one with the jelly in the middle. Yeah. Mahomes ready to go, though. All right, let's go to the phone lines. We got 2 callers, man. Let's get it in. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
This is Mr. Yankee out of Best.
Hey, what's going on, bro? What you got for me today?
Yeah, man, I am one of your callers that called in concerning that situation with citizenship is right on cue because, like I said, if you didn't do what is expected by law prior to this ruling, that is that you would have signed the relevant document and now forwarded to the relevant authorities. You now can have this leave a gray area. So I agree with him that we need to have DNA with respect to this matter because it can allow all kind of situations to happen. So you have persons who would have not been entitled to citizenship have citizenship by virtue of this gray area. So I totally agree with that person that that DNA will be the right way to go. Because we can't allow that to happen because it is us. And so you'll open Pandora's box. And you have a whole lot of people that would become citizenship that ordinarily would not be entitled to it because they don't have the relevant document. So I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And
I can call you back in the next hour in time. We can talk some Yankee ball after the 5 o'clock hour.
That's no problem, man. But listen, I would you can't just let a stroke of a willy-nilly stroke of the pen allow a lot of things to open up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I support that 100%. 100%. He's right on cue. I mean, there's no better way to do it.
You need to do it right.
And even more so if they said that the father of the child has died, it's becoming more relevant.
Very
so
good
that's
point.
where we should go. Attorney General, you better get his priorities straight because they're not going to be issuing citizenship like it cut up and just allow the water to run. This thing go with sense. We got to get it together. And then we pass 50, but we going for next 50. We got to make sure whatever we do as a nation, make sure it is above board.
I agree.
Okay,
we've seen how it's going.
You take care.
Maybe been doing it the last 50. If we're going to improve, we need to try something different going forward for the next 50. Wouldn't you agree?
Certainly. We would want to leave the country better, right? For our children and generations unborn.
Because nobody talking about climate change, and nobody talking about where we'll be in 30 years, possibly in portions underwater.
But we talk about climate change, but we're not serious about climate change in the Bahamas because we creating pollution ourselves. If we get away from fossil fuel, for the most part, we will be helping the entire global community.
But you know,
but the
getting away
situation
from
we have
fossil
now
fuels is
is
bad for business.
With the cost of electricity, notwithstanding the situation in North Angeles that is still dire. It's just pathetic.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, so we got to be serious about what we want to do in the next 50, and it started from Monday.
Well, we got.
All right, my brother.
How it started from Monday though?
No, I'm saying Monday was when we marked the first 50.
Yeah. Now the next 50, we got to do better.
You can't say it start now. It starts from then. Once you make the first 50, then you on the way to the next 50.
I got you.
All right, that's all right, tighter then.
All right, we'll talk soon, my brother. In the 5 o'clock.
Yeah, you take care.
You too, bless. As we get ready for the news, we'll continue now. Let's get to the second caller. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
I know, CG, I know you can't wait to get into sports. You're a sportsman, and I am happy for you for that because you seem to most people.
Well, I am to sports, but you are to the dark web, so we meet in the middle.
Naughty, but your previous caller touched on something so succinct, and that we just celebrated 50 years and nothing. Maybe we could look at 50 years or something coming up, simply because here it is, we don't value our citizenship. And it's only because we don't really know. There are some people who fought for it and don't even value it because they're getting punished for it. But we didn't have to fight for it, and we don't understand how important it is to preserve this thing called citizenship. When we could give you permanent residency, we could give you some kind of status, some kind of something, but we want to give you the outright ability to change the way we think. And I think if we could look clearly at this situation and look forward to the next 50 years, Naughty, we'd realize that we have been naughty to ourselves in following a pattern that's Luciferic. And I give you an example of what it is. We are caught up in a situation where, historically the Romans were the ones who crucified Christ, right? You would agree with that, or you disagree with that, Naughty? Naughty?
What's that?
The Romans were the ones who crucified Christ.
That's what I heard.
Okay, but yet the biggest church in the world is the Roman Catholic Church. So here we are going to these churches, speaking Latin and other foreign languages, listening to it, and evoking the evil spirits of Satan, not realizing that those were the same people who killed Christ. So how could we ever get better in this country when we are Romans, Catholic, murderers, pillagers, you know what I mean, rapers? It's easy to rape because you following the Roman Catholic principle. So be doomed if we continue this trend. Think about that in your sport concept, Naughty.
All right.
Good.
Now, you got a lot of Roman Catholics fired up now. I'm just saying. See, the producer got you correct. Yeah, boy, you see. You can't make it. Jesus. You ain't missing a beat today, eh? Naughty. Your last caller. Is he all right? What the hell? Wow. Hey, you got to understand why you call us. Take them for what they are and what they bring to the table. Naughty, stop talking about DNA and stop talking about signatures. The schools are full already. This illegal migrant situation is way out of control. If our proper laws are not created to fix this problem, Bahamians will soon be outnumbered. Wow. Oh, really? All right, let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, good afternoon, Naughty.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, everything is all right. The brother
the big
that called...
52.
Hello,
You good?
you see, what's going on, Naughty? Hello?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I want to make sure you good. You good, 52?
Yeah, right, yeah, man. You know how it go. But listen, the thing is the gentleman that called, I could identify what he's saying exactly, right? But I hate when text is text and show how limited they are. There's nothing wrong with what the gentleman said. But it's just that we are being misled. And I mean, what do you mean if the guy all right? Ask them if they all right. See, what I'm saying, Naughty, is the guy was totally on point. And so the fact that the papacy, the Pope, has declared himself vicarious Christi and is living vicariously and appears to be Jesus Christ on earth. That's what vicarious Christi means. So he is vicariously Jesus Christ on earth. This is why he has the power to excommunicate and do, he's given himself this power. But because we are ignorant, we still wallowing in this BS. But I just let me forget about that one, because I love the brother and I know exactly what the brother's talking about. So I'm not going to disrespect him because somebody else is ignorant. It's just like during the pandemic, it's make me sick. That text made me sick. But I want to get on with this, Naughty. The immigration problem. I saw a video circulating about some young Haitian thugs in Abaco with some BS narratives, lambasting immigration. Apparently, none of our political leaders are Bahamians because these are directed at Bahamians. Have we heard any issuance of statements from the Minister of National Security, the PM, who's taking photographic psyops pictures with these? I haven't heard anything from Louis Georges coming in to mitigate this schism between the diaspora. But if the Haitian people are so smart, then they would realize that this is intentional. And I'm not going to let them get between me and my Haitian Bahamian who grew up here from the 60s with this new paradigm, with these young jokers. All of them supposed to be deported. Obviously, they're not Bahamians. And ain't nobody scared of them. See, what happens is, this is what they're intimidating the weak heart. So if the people in Abaco don't have their guns, then I'm sorry for them, because this is intentional. The government, those guys, they're supposed to be paying the price for even making those type of narratives and those type of statements. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? Naughty. Hello? Hello? Hello?
F52, yeah, 52, yeah.
That is unacceptable, Naughty. It is unacceptable. What are they doing? What are they doing? They have abandoned the Bahamian people, huh? Come on, man, Naughty, man. You could have these young guys running on, disrespecting immigration, and the Bahamas say that. I wouldn't even talk about with the embassy, whatever you name, Rodriguez, or whatever you name, Rodriguez, or whatever, right? What kind of statements? What's going on in our country? What's going on?
But A52, let me ask you this.
So we got to arm ourselves then. The police force don't go to the big shanty town in the back between Bacardi Wood and Carl Harbor, where everything coming in and what's going on in the back there. Even this report from the United Nations said there's no policing, there's nothing. That's a parallel society in the back there. What is Mr. Monroe being paid for, man? What is he all about? Is this the guy who said there were flog Asians in the square?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden he turned quiet now. What is he all about?
You don't want to make it bad for business. Come on, man.
Hey, the gentleman is right. We celebrated 50 years of nothingness. I said I looked at independence from a slave master's perspective, man. They're laughing at these fools running around talking about independence. There's none so enslaved as those who force to believe that he is free. Give thanks, man. Bahamas in a mess.
All right. Boy, I tell you, it's that kind of Friday. 52, why we bring the fire. All right. So, Madam Producer, line up, man, that track. Run that track real quick. Rain's starting to come down. I'm going to get to the break. On the flip side of the break, we'll get into the news. On the Talking Sports in the 5 o'clock hour right here as Talking Heads continues live from Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas. This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Gotcha. On the Friday, July 14th edition of Talking Heads. And let me tell you, we're into the 5 o'clock hour. That means the Pearl may be close. Pearlie may be zooming in at any moment. So keep an eye out for him, please, Madam Producer. And while we wait for Pearlie, we get into Today in Sports.
In
All
this
brought
corner,
you, of course.
right here in this corner.
Oh, he's here.
Yes, I'm right here. Where else would I be?
Well, can we bring your volume up
Sports
there,
and Guardian
Pearlie?
Radio.
Let them bring your
That's where I
volume
am.
up a little bit, please. And then we'll be good to go.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
There you go. You sound better now.
I sound better?
Yeah. Now only work on looking better, and you on a roll.
Hey, I work on that. No problem. Start working on it tomorrow.
All right, today in sports history, brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Don't forget, happy hour tonight, Naughty Johnny's, 5 to 7 p.m. And then tomorrow, breakfast, lunch, and dinner starting on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Breakfast starting at 9 a.m. So take advantage of that. But tonight, the happy hour is going on, and that's always a good look and always a good thing. Always a good time at Naughty Johnny's. Well worth the trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza. All right. And on this day, July 14, 1951, the first sports event to be shown in color on CBS TV was the Molly Pitcher Handicap at Oceanport, New Jersey. 1967, Eddie Murray's career home run. 1968, Hank Aaron hit his 500th career home run. 1969, U.S. President Nixon signed a baseball from the Baseball Hall of Fame that had the signatures of 9 other U.S. presidents. 1970, President Nixon threw out the first pitch or the first ball at the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. 1981, the All-Star Game was postponed because of a 33-day-old baseball player's strike. The game was held on August 9th. U.S. President Reagan, in 1981 also, U.S. President Reagan met with Willie Stargell of the Pirates to discuss sickle cell anemia and funding for the National Institute of Health. Sports quote of the day. When you're playing against a stacked deck, compete even harder. Show the world how much you'll fight for the winner's circle. If you do, Someday the cellophane will crackle off a fresh pack, one that belongs to you, and the cards will be stacked in your favor. Pat Riley. You know, Pat got them long,
long-winded quotes. Yeah.
Now, Pearlie.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I have you on here right now, but here's what we may have to do. The rain is starting to come down here at East Street South location. We got lightning in the sky. I may have to come off for production purposes. You, my brother, will have to carry the baton.
I just want my coffee. That's all.
Your coffee is here, brother. MJ and
see,
Short,
I see if I don't have enough coffee in me, I can't talk. So it'll be a problem.
You good, man. All right?
All right, let's play it by ear. Tipping has some rain as well.
Okay. So
all right.
We'll play it by ear.
All right, let me know.
All right. So, as we get out of that and get into the home court, your local sports news, your local sports scene, all brought to you, of course, by Burger King Nassau. You know, BK. Yes. And I love checking them out.
Yeah, me too. It's fattening to me, but you know, I get fat sometimes eating too much.
The Independent Whopper, the Independence Whopper is off the chain. You got the arugula, you got the tropical sauce, you got the onion rings, you got the cheese, you got the purple onions. Oh, God, the bacon. It's decadent. And it's all good. And it's waiting on you at your favorite Burger King Nassau location for takeout, drive-thru, and delivery with the Craven app. Now let's check out the local sports scene there, Pearlie. And let's have a gander.
So it looks like the games are going pretty well. I'm watching some track and field right now.
Yeah, who's doing what?
Well, I bet I have it on silent now, so it's the light button and somebody's talking. I'm trying to figure out how you could have the president or the general manager of the NSA or the chairman of the board of the NSA as a color commentator. Shouldn't he be more involved in making sure all the facilities are available and all that as the proposed being on TV color commentating sports? Just putting that out there.
Yeah. I think he should be doing more of a role close to his capacity and his position with his title than color commentary. Now, when he shouldn't be as hands-on saying this event, possibly say if there's an international event there, he'd be obviously have time to make a cameo to offer his expertise on a color commentary basis.
Update on what's going on and, everything like that. Yeah, but not sitting there actually, color commentating a game.
Exactly. It might lead to some Tommy Heinsonism.
And then I'm going to wait next week and bring some questions as to why that the media houses that are carrying these events are bringing back all these retirees. Don't they have people on staff that can do this? That's so. Then there's a seriousness in our media departments if we have to do that.
Sounds like we need to have a porch meeting then, because I was traveling, so bring me up to snuff.
All I'm saying is, fellas who I know retired from the Broadcasting Corporation, who no longer work there, are now the broadcasters. What happened to the staff? What happened to the Charles Fishers and the others who work there at ZNS? Why not leave them a field announcers? Like, they can carry the load.
Good God. I'm connecting some dots, Pearlie. This is more of a 4 o'clock conversation than a 5 o'clock conversation.
I know that I should, I promise not to say anything until next week. So let's leave this and let's move right along. And some other
But when
things.
you're ready to say something, if possible, next week, if needs be. If there's no need, then we won't. But if there's a need, we'll give you that opportunity to chime in.
See, I'm watching Jay Philippe now as a field announcer. He should be an anchor. He's that qualified. He's that good.
I get you.
Okay. Anyway.
All right.
But
as you mentioned that, we'll have a gander.
But it's been some exciting things happening. You know what I'm finding big about the Bahama games? Grand Bahama beating the crap out of New Providence. But I see where Grand Bahama has the big jump. I see where they have the big jump. They have 30 more gold medals in swimming than New Providence, and I think that's that gap right there. That's where the gap comes in. They're dominating swimming. They really got like 60 to 70 gold medals to 30. Excuse me. They're dominating swimming, so that gives them the gap for the overall medal count. Outside of that, it'll be pretty even.
You know how
It'll be
Freeport
pretty
goes.
Yeah.
When they win, they always remind us.
Oh yeah, we can be reminded of this because they got like 141 medals to 112 by New Providence, so they can remind us.
All right, some other news. Jonquel Jones and the Liberty advanced to the Commissioner's Cup final. Jonquel J.J. Jones scored 12 points to help the New York Liberty clinch its first Commissioner's Cup championship appearance as they scored a 95-87 overtime win over the Indiana Fever on Wednesday.
Yeah, I watched that.
Now, the Commissioner's Cup final, the Liberty's going to take on the league's best, the Las Vegas Aces, at the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas on August 15th. On Wednesday, Jones made 5 of her 8 attempts from the field, shooting 62%, and went 2 or 3 from deep. I told you we should start warming up.
No, the Liberty is starting to find chemistry. They're going to be pretty good. They're starting to find chemistry now.
Naughty, tell Pearlie I agree with him. It don't make no sense. I agree with Pearlie. It don't make no sense. I asked the same question, Pearlie. It makes no sense. I take it in regards to the broadcasters. That's a text.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But when you told me Fish.
Fish is there, but I mean, I'm not saying Fisher like you. I should be skeptics in the country. I should be seeing more of him. I'm saying anyway, let's talk about this next week. We just can't do nothing in our country and just look at what it is, sports. You got to get so many other things involved in it. It's just so unfortunate.
Politics?
Let's move on. Who's in and who's out?
Well, okay. Who's in and who's out?
You don't need to take me down this road today. We can go down this road next week, man. I don't want to start anything during the games. The games are going very well. The competition is exciting. Let's leave it till after the games, and we'll critique it afterwards.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. Short put is actually going on now.
You see that? And listen. You know when you have... you have anybody troll you on Facebook?
Oh, yeah. Facebook, WhatsApp. Yeah, I've had trolls. I probably do sell up 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, I have to laugh at a couple. You're talking about politics.
Oh, okay.
So I have to just laugh.
But I know one thing, it's hot. And I look at my light bill, I ain't too happy.
No, don't go there. Don't go there.
Okay, let's move on now. All right, okay.
I would suggest...
All right.
You seek religious advice before you open your power bill.
I just have to pray. I had to go actually get holy water, sprinkle on it, pray, and then open it and be like, oh my God.
Naughty, tell Pearlie Grand Bahama is leading, but do you think all of the athletes are from Grand Bahama?
Who said, say what? What did the text say?
The texture said, Naughty, Grand Bahama is leading, but do you think all of the athletes are from Grand Bahama?
Probably most are. Grand Bahama is very proud when it comes to that. Now, we know that the swimming is stacked in terms of where the majority of the swimmers are here in New Providence. So I would be surprised if some New Providence swimmers who have Grand Bahama affiliation are swimming for Grand Bahama. But knowing Grand Bahama, for the most part, they're from Grand Bahama. They're very proud about beating New Providence. So they ain't going to want you coming to say, we have to send y'all a couple of athletes to win. So I'll give Grand Bahama the benefit of the doubt and pretty much be certain 95 or more % of the athletes are from Grand Bahama. The most they'll do is take from another island, but it ain't another island because they got their own teams.
And guess what? I'll be honest with you.
But be honest.
The
Be honest.
teams,
Don't
the
take too
teams
long
are
to be honest.
drafted. Aren't people allowed to play for islands of their heritage, or where they have heritage too?
Yeah, they didn't do a draft per se this time because of the they didn't do a draft per se this time. So what they did is they had once New Providence and Grand Bahama got their teams, they had a pool of athletes that you could pick from, and they were geared towards being descendants of that island, your mommy or your daddy or your Grammy from that island, and you could participate for that island. That's the way I understand it. If I can stand to be corrected, if anybody say I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, that disclaimer.
You know,
They ain't
so
saying
that's
nothing
why
to
I
you.
keep being
They
so
ain't saying
excited
me.
about my classmate, my 60-plus-year-old classmate, Jason Sanders, who played volleyball.
Lord.
I am so impressed by that.
Jason, he
I
called you.
just
He
thank-
called your age, not me.
No, me not be from them. I'm the baby. I'm the baby of the class. So, you know, I know all of them older than me.
But
You
he
only
go
had
round
about
me side
3 or
shot.
4 people younger than me in the whole class.
He go round me side shot for entertaining you.
Say that again?
He go round me side shot for me allowing you to
Jason,
put that out
listen,
there.
that's my class. That's my SAC classmate. He will text me and get off of me if I say the wrong thing. But guess what? Jason, as good as the brother look for his age, he'll be happy to tell you all he is, and you can tell him he lied.
But I hear he was doing his thing out there for sure.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that.
Now, we got to take a break. Got a nice final 15 today, Pearly. Rich Eisen. His take on LeBron's comments. Did you see that? Didn't that get you emotional? Didn't put a tear in your eye?
And which eye? That ain't the day. Nah, that didn't get to me. I was not impressed. Not as impressed by my girl won, up and coming impact athlete, or up and coming athlete. That's what Angel. I was very impressed with her. She says, you know, her mother fought for them to get to school, and she'll be graduating from college. I was very impressed with her. She got brains, and she's a pie.
Well, the next one who was involved in that controversy, she got basketball player of the year, women's basketball player of the year.
Yeah. I figured that. They listen.
But you know, I would
Caitlin,
too.
that girl, as soon as she step over the half-court line, you better go there because she'll shoot your eye out. Whichever do NBA team gather, they get a gem. But Angel Reese still, you're too small to guard
Angel
her.
is our girl. She's
Yes, that's
been
my girl.
adopted by Pearly on this show long time.
Yes. And that LSU team can be a possibility of repeating. They pick up some good players. They pick up a
Hey,
player.
listen, if you're a hot chick in sports, you will be found on this show. Pearly will discover you.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. I got another one to bring up
listen
for
to
his
that.
own. Not yet.
You see the pride in her voice? No shame in your game, no denial whatsoever, correct?
No, I'm my father's son. What I can deny? Let's take the break before you guys get in trouble.
Let's go to the break. We're live, Dunkin' Donuts, East Street
I'm
South.
just standing over my head with a frying pan in the hand. Herb,
We slipping mess. Sitting over, it's not over.
That's right, because we can still, win.
What? Basketball, track, soccer, golf, softball.
Wait, trust me, you won't see none of that.
Except on paper. Go get the tickets now.
Child, you have to go to www.thebahamasgames.org.
Oh, at the Candlelight Gymnasium.
Your Seattle Mutton was captain, and Long Island takes sailing. We simply the best.
When faced with an illness like cancer, we band together, and we at Cleveland Clinic in Florida have your back. From advanced cancer treatments to extra safety measures at all of our locations, we're with you on this journey for every infusion and follow-up, for every step of the way, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic in Florida. Get the care you need when and where you need it. To learn more or connect with a local representative, Visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Juicy fried chicken and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
A lot of folks are wondering, what is the Agrarian Awards? It's an award show to celebrate the people who produce the food that feeds the country. So September 16th, we're giving out trophies and money to young farmers, backyard farmers, sheep runners, goat herders, pea pickers, onion planters, basically everyone. But we couldn't fit all that on the invite, so we put Agrarian Awards instead. Go to ADOBahamas.org to find out how to nominate your favorite agrarian. The Agrarian Awards, September 16th.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Producer. The Talking Heads with Naughty. Naughty told me it's raining where he at, so he have to shut down. So that means I stuck with you guys for the last couple of minutes today. I had a call from Jason Sanders just now, and I had a quick conversation during the break. One of the things that he brought is that the advantage. And he said, first of all, let's be clear, he ain't pulling for New Providence or Graham, he pulling for Columbus Isles or any other island. Let's get that out there. But the advantage that swimming and track and field has on the other sports is if you win volleyball, you win 1 medal. You win basketball, 1 medal, softball, 1 medal. But with swimming, it's like almost 100 medals. Track and field is saying a lot of medals. So it gives those sports an advantage. So that one of the suggestions that Jason put out there is maybe they should do the team sport. Whoever win the most medals for track and field, they get that towards the medal count in terms of which island wins the championship. So thought. So when you, and like I said, Grand Bahama has that big 30 more gold medals than New Providence. So they got a whole bunch of medals in swimming that bumped their numbers up. I think when you, at the end of the day, New Providence may win the whole thing because when track and field come along, New Providence is going to take most of the medals in track and field. I watched Miss Nabi from QC and on the 700 meters just take her own slow time and cruise right across the line in the heat yesterday. So you know what they expect. And so most of the big athletes will be between New Providence, Abaco, and Grand Bahama, and New Providence will have the lion's share. So we may see bigger victories by New Providence there, and the medal count will change. But I hear your point, Jason. I hear your point. Maybe there should be the team medal, the team count. So should have the medal counts. Without the medal you win, and then maybe towards the team trophy, you have a team medal. So if New Providence, like how Grand Bahama leading in swimming, they'll win the swimming medal. New Providence, let's say New Providence wins track, and they'll win the track, and then it'll give a better even Steven, which basically probably would put New Providence as the champions. So that's an interesting take to see. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. MLB. I understand that the Los Angeles Angels now have said they will be entertaining talks for Shohei Ohtani. So you're looking at the Dodgers, of course. You got the Yankees. Now they say there's a player going to be very aggressive going after them. San Diego, Atlanta, and a couple other teams, so probably Tampa Bay may look at trying to go after him. Now, if you look at taking him, unless you're a team that is prepared to sign him on a long term, I wouldn't tell you go after him because it's only they call it a rental. In other words, you get him, and at the end of the season, you're going, but you got to give up some sweet run players. Like Mike, the Dodgers have to give up their number 1 third based on Michael Busch, probably the number 63, and probably number 30-some ranked pitchers in the league, in minor leagues. You giving up your future to get this guy. Now you're getting 2 players in one. You're getting one of the better batters and one of the better pitchers in the league. So you're getting 2 players in one. But you're still sacrificing for 2 months. Now, a team like the Dodgers, team like the Yankees, Padres, maybe so the Padres got a lot of money they spend. But no, the Dodgers and the Yankees got the money to spend. So they could bring him and it can be $600 million. It ain't gonna be nothing less than $550 million to $600 million. Take my word for that. 10 years, $50, $60 million a year. That's league in demand. Because you, like I say, you're getting 2 players in one. It ain't like you just getting Mike Trout or Mookie Betts. You get them 300 million. You getting Mookie Betts and you're getting Justin Verlander all in one player. So you're giving Justin Verlander $300 million. You're giving Mookie Betts $300 million. Do the math. So it'll be quite interesting. It'll be quite interesting to see how that turns out over the next few weeks. I'm excited about that. But I would think that, right after the All-Star break, you start talking trades. Who can be traded? And they ain't heating up just yet. There's no real talk out there who may be going there. 1 or 2 little small talks. Like St. Louis saying they get in a wholesale selling. So that's what the only talk you're hearing out there. You got then the talk with Shohei Ohtani. That's going to be the one thing most people are going to talk about. And so they're going to be bringing that up and they're going to be asking questions about that. But you're not hearing a lot of talk just yet. And that's what I find more interesting than anything else. That's what I find a lot more interesting than anything else. And at the same time, the Angels in us buying, because if you go ahead now and you trade Ohtani August 2nd, or between now and August 2nd, then you look at from having a sold-out stadium to half full, you look at your whole season that's gone for this. Just gone. But if you wait till the end of the year, he's gone. Most likely he's gone. So you're going to lose out. So it's a catch-22 for them. You're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. So we'll see what's going on. The next thing that's coming up is Juan Soto is a free agent after this year. And that's going to be interesting to see where he would end up. I think the Phillies have a big interest in him, and he may want to go back out there on the East Coast. So I can't wait to see that. I saw some scenarios come up with the Ohtani trade. They talked about what could possibly happen, what some teams could give up, and I found it to be some of it to be real interesting. And just to go, all right. The first thing is to look at the first player is the Dodgers, and they're talking about the Dodgers giving up just to get this player out, just to get Shohei Ohtani. The Dodgers can give up the number 1, like I said, Michael Busch, Nick Fascio, Andy Pages, Nick Nasri. You don't know these players. I don't know them either. But there's I think Busch is the number 32. I think Fascio is number 63. And the other guy is 60. I think Page is 68. That's in the top 100 players in the minor leagues. So you give them, when you look, they fellas who probably be major league players in 3 to 4 years. So that's a lot to be given up. Then San Francisco's a front runner, all right, and they probably give up Kyle Harris in the pitcher, Marco Luciano. These are unknowns, but that's not as sweet a deal as the Dodgers would be offering. Then Tampa Bay is another player in the trade, and they talking about probably giving up Junior Camaro and Kyle Maserado. They unknown players. They up and coming minor leaguers, but that's still not as hard as what the Dodgers giving up. And then you got the Rangers. They got money. They got money to spend. All right, they get money to and Arcino and the pitcher Porter. Like I say, these aren't names we all know, but this is what they're talking about. And then the last team it'll be the Yankees. And this is interesting. The Yankees would probably give up. And these are all scenarios. These are nothing in stone, nothing set. But the Angels probably give up Anthony Volpe. He's been playing some pretty good shortstop. He's a rookie. And Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones. Unknowns, but they're the kind of talks you're hearing out there for him, And you're going to have all kind of speculation over the next few weeks as to where you think he's going to be going, what you think is going to be going on with him. I don't know. The Mets is another team that you need to look at, the New York Mets. 18 and a half games out of first place. Basically spent a ton of money to be a crappy team. To be, I don't know, just where you don't want to be. So they're going to be interesting to look at. Are they going to dump players and start all over? The owner wants to be the Dodgers of the East Coast, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I like them interesting to see. I heard a story yesterday that the Dodgers should look at getting Tommy Pham, and Dodger fans don't like Tommy Pham. But Tommy Pham having a really good year. And he was here for the home run derby back in the day and brought some stuff that we were able to auction off and to help raise money towards cancer. But I'll be interested to see if that happens with him. Now, NFL. Wow. What's going on there? As when it's going to start heating up. I mean, training camp is only a few weeks ago. I think the Dodgers are the first. So you got most in the next 2-3 weeks, most teams are going to start going into training camp. So, you know, we got to see what's going on there. Saquon Barkley still sitting out there. Fournette still sitting out there. Like these people. And from what I'm hearing, it don't look good. It's not looking good for the Giants and Saquon Barkley. It's almost like they're not that interested in making a serious move right now. Monday is the deadline, and I'm not quite sure that I think that's the deadline for him to accept, or for them to give him an extension, or for him to accept the what do you call it, the franchise tag sets in. So a lot of stuff is up in there and there is there. Oh yeah, the Jets also have the Jags. I should say the Jags also trying to they have until 4:00 to sign their tight end to a long-term deal, or he'll just play. Oh, so how it goes is we give you a franchise tag. That means you can't play for nobody else, so you can play for us, and you play for that amount of money. So all right, no, right now they have him at the franchise tag, $11.3 million. So and he has until Monday for them to give him an extension. If not, he'll play under that contract for 2023. And they can bring him back the next year. It'll be a lot more money the next under franchise tag as well. Then the usual rumor coming around, the Tampa Bay Bucks might still be trying to get quarterback Tom Brady to come out of retirement. Don't look for that to happen. Don't build your hopes up on that. And then, you know, Jacobs, the running back from the Raiders, they have en route. So they franchise tag him. And so they have to make him a deal offer by Monday at 4:00. So he'll play under that franchise tag. And the thing is, he won't be part of the training camp. Now, you get fined for that. All right? Like Saquon Barkley, $600 a game. $600,000 a week. Can you believe that? I see DeAndre Hopkins and the Kansas City Chiefs, the speculation between them starting to heat up. I guess they starting to talk. I don't have a problem with him going there. I'd rather him go there than the Jets or the Bills or even the Patriots, you know. And then the hottest news is the Kansas City stud defensive tackle, Jones. They expect him that I think, well, Quinnen, or how they pronounce it, the Jets get $96 million for 4 years. Jones can get more than that. This is scary because then Gerald Wilkinson sitting right there saying, "Oh, you're getting all these people money, what you can do for me? So, oh boy, that could be scary to see the Chiefs, but they have to figure it out. What I find very disturbing about in the NFL with Saquon Barkley, he's not asking for no big time thing, you know. He's not asking for $20 million a year. He's not trying to break the bank. He wants to retire as a Giant, and he wants to come at a reasonable fee. The Giants realize that he had a good durable year this year, but he's not been durable for the last few years before that. So I guess they're a little afraid to give him $15 million or 10 to 15 million. But if you put him on and here's the catch now. Here's the catch. If Saquon Barkley does not sign a long-term deal by 4:00 on Monday, he goes under that franchise tag of $10 million or somewhere around there. They could sign, then he can set out next year because next year is franchise. So it may be in his best interest to, you know what? Okay, no problem. I can chill. Y'all don't pay me. I can play this year under that $10 million. And what you can do next year, you can be stuck enough to give me $15 million or something a year because if you franchise tag me at a franchise tag you for $20 million. So that could be, I'm going to sit back and watch that and see how that goes, okay? Delvin Cook is, the Dolphins still the front runners for Delvin Cook. Get it right here now. The Dolphins do not need Delvin Cook, but they can use Delvin Cook, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. They have a good running back room. They have a very good. They have 4 good running backs. Plus, Cheney, the kid that they drafted, who is like blazing speed. That makes the Dolphins a serious 4-by-1 team. But you bring Delvin Cook, that ups the ante, and that makes you look like an even stronger team, and then actually makes you a much stronger team. So with him and Cheney and maybe Montserrat coming, oh man, that could be awesome. But so he's just having fun with the process. I think at the end of the day, he's going to end up sitting in Miami in a Dolphin uniform. So we'll see. I see the Jaguars, former Jaguars, every tackle got suspended amid some free agency, some suspended for some footage he getting himself into. Let's see what it's about. All right. See, they suspend him for 3 games. I'm not saying what they suspended him for. So but it only could be 1 or 2 things. He was drunk for driving. He got charged September last year for drunk driving. So maybe they're punishing him for that now, when they should have dealt with that and he played the whole season. Anyway, just see how that goes. You never know going on in the NFL. And then, the kid from Alabama that got in the bad accident when somebody got killed, the people out of the car suing them and suing Alabama. So that's Georgia. Suing them and suing Georgia. So you'll see what goes on there. Boy, this is Friday. Baseball is back today. Let's see who are playing today. Because, we get Rich Eisen going to come on and talk about LeBron James' ESPY Award speech. They tease the people and say, people looking for, I will stop and I can't perform, but the day in the day. So people are going nuts and stuff like that. So he'll talk a little bit about that and a couple other things. But baseball is back tonight. And 6-6 is the Padres at the Phillies. And then you get the Giants at the Pirates at 7:05, the Marlins at the Orioles, the Diamondbacks at the Toronto Blue Jays. My Los Angeles Dodgers will be at the New York Mets. So I get to watch baseball early. I can go to bed early tonight. Milwaukee Brewers, the Cincinnati Reds, and 7:20 Chicago White Sox at the Red Hot Atlanta Braves. Will the Braves continue his trend as the best record in baseball in the back half? Let's wait and see. The Cleveland Guardians will be at the Texas Rangers. The Boston Red Sox will be at the Chicago Cubs. The Tampa Bay Rays will be at the Kansas City Royals. The Washington Nationals, the lowly Washington Nationals, will be playing the lowly St. Louis Cardinals at 8:15. Northeast New York Yankees at the Colorado Rockies. The Houston Astros at the Angels at 9:38. The Minnesota Twins will be at Oakland at 9:40. And the late game tonight at 10:10. That's actually the Detroit Tigers at the Seattle Mariners. That's the team you got to watch. Watch them, Seattle Mariners. They're 6 games out. They got some great pitching. If them bats turn up, they could be a team to reckon with in the second half of the season. So keep an eye. That's my dark horse to keep an eye on. And see where they're going. Now, let me see what we picking tonight. I take my Dodgers over the Mets. I would take the Phillies over the Padres. I would take the Orioles over the Marlins. And this is the game I would give the Blue Jays over the Diamondbacks tonight. But they say set it, bet it, and whatever you do in the audience be saying. Okay, everybody. Rich Eisen is a little more than 10 minutes. We're going to take our break. So we're going to go to take the break now. Then you come back. You'll come right back with Rich Eisen talking about LeBron James. It's been a pleasure filling in for Naughty again. Naughty, you got plenty of coffee for me. It's been Talking Heads. Have a great, great weekend. Have a great sports weekend. Close out the Bahama games. Go check it out. And be safe, Bahamas. Thanks to the sponsors. Thanks to all the Texans, all the callers. Thanks for calling in. This has been Talking Heads with Naughty. Just barely closing it out for him. See y'all on Monday.
Chill this summer with the flavor of butter pecan ice cream and the kick of Dunkin' iced coffee. The Dunkin' Butter Pecan Crunch blends frozen coffee with the flavor of butter pecan, topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and crunchy cocoa caramel sprinkles. Join the Pecan Party Dunkin' Butter Pecan Donut filled with butter pecan flavored buttercream, topped with vanilla icing and crunchy sweet butternut topping. Yes, you can butter pecan. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
The Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority invites all private companies and civic organizations to adopt a roundabout. This is your chance to stand out from the crowd, beautify and enhance our local areas for residents and tourists alike, just in time for the 50th anniversary of our independence. With this opportunity, you can engage persons on the go, generate media interest, and promote your company. Stand out and celebrate 50. For more information, you can call 242-604-3750.
Tired of paying too many bills and loan payments each month?
Shrink your monthly debt payments down to one easy payment with our debt consolidation loan.
It also has a built-in savings that pays you 5% interest.
Inquire about our debt consolidation loans today.
Call 356-7764.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan. Dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan. From the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Bix has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
One thing that I was not waiting on with the NBA at all, as we're waiting on, what's going on with Lillard, we're waiting on what's going on with Harden. One thing that I was not waiting on at all was whether LeBron James was going to announce he was coming back for a 21st season. I'm straight up. I'm straight up with you. I know he left it open-ended at the end of last season, but I didn't think
he did that to take away from the fact that the Nuggets had just swept him.
I don't know about that.
Dude, come on.
So many aspects of LeBron's world
are calculating, and
they are
purpose.
Calculated. Yep. And I think last night was scripted and put together for sure. Now I think that, but for you to sit there and think, that I'm going to go into this game and if we get swept, I'm going to make it seem like it's open-ended. Like we can't give LeBron the same 20th to 21st season leeway as you would give anybody else that maybe he has done. Maybe it is something that he has done. And so I will give it a benefit of the doubt that it's just the end of the season. He's hurt again. He's not 100% again. We don't know how much is, in fact, something that he can put into his day and night to get ready for a game. I mean, I will give him that leeway, but you really think he's going into that post-game press conference saying, I'm going to leave it open-ended as whether I'm retiring because I want people to talk about that now, not how the Nuggets curb stomped the team.
Yes.
But they weren't supposed to be in that position.
Rich, the next day,
the
after
Lakers
that happened,
overperformed.
We came in here and they made all these changes at the break, and they were a really good team. Chris Mannix had them in the NBA Finals, remember?
He was one of the only ones. You didn't say it. I didn't say it. We didn't say it.
We came on here the next day and didn't talk at all about the Nuggets. We talked about LeBron. Come on. Nobody bought that for a second.
I didn't.
And so he goes on an ESPN-produced event last night.
Yes.
ESPN has been talking for months about how the Lakers have gotten better around him to play next year.
Yes.
Not once mentioning the R word. And then he comes on last night and says, I'm back. And then does this thing that I think you should do after every take this
year.
Should
I do that?
Just do this,
put the
whatever this is. and this is supposedly breaking news and red banner on the bottom line and leading First Take. Like, come on.
This happened last night on the ESPYs. We could play the moment, I guess. He won the ESPY for best record-breaking performance. He passed Kareem, as we all know, as the all-time leading scorer this year in his 20th season, which he was as good as ever. And his beautiful family was up there, and they were the ones who presented him with that award. So, roll it.
When the season ended, I said I wasn't sure if I was going to keep playing. And I know a lot of experts told you guys what I said, but I'm here now speaking for myself. In that moment, I'm asking myself if I can still play without cheating the game. Can I give everything to the game still? Truth is, I've been asking myself this question at the end of the season for a couple years now. I just never openly talked about it. I don't care how many more points I score or what I can or cannot do on the floor. The real question for me is, can I play without cheating this game? The day I can't give the game everything on the floor is the day I'll be done. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today.
And guess who didn't get mentioned again last night?
Who?
The team that won the NBA title.
Oh, stop it, dude.
The Denver Nuggets once again get overshadowed by LeBron James's drama.
Then they're going to come back next year. I mean, Jamal Murray was there last night. They didn't win. I didn't see the whole. They didn't win anything. The Nuggets got. The Nuggets got bageled last night.
Didn't get mentioned.
You got to turn on. Can you turn on his microphone?
Jamal Murray won an award.
He's got to.
He did?
What?
Yeah, he won.
I missed all the tweets and Instagram
well, he was there,
posts
which
about
means
it.
he won something.
He won something like comeback. I don't remember.
Let me tell you something.
John Jones was up for the award.
And again, this is not.
So they did not win anything.
So look, I didn't think he was going to retire.
Nobody did.
No, but I honestly, and I know that this will come across as contrived, especially since that was completely scripted last night. Trust me, LeBron's not showing up for this award if his family isn't presenting it, and he's not winning it. And I know that. That's what happened back in the day when we, and I'll include myself in this, were building the ESPYs. The ESPYs started before I got there, and then I worked myself into the SportsCenter rotation enough with Stewart that they asked Stewart and I to take over. I think Dan and Keith were the first ones to do an ESPY pregame show. So Stu and I did it in the balcony of Radio City Music Hall for years, like we were the old Muppets, you know. And it was tough getting athletes to come to these things. Tough. And Ken Griffey Jr., he was front center 25 years ago. Because I saw the video. It was Norm last night who infuriated a lot of the athletes. And the insults came from Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey. And I remember a lot of the athletes were not laughing. It was an uncomfortable night, made more uncomfortable when Larry Walker won Baseball Player of the Year and Junior was pissed. He got up. I remember Stewart ran after him. And Howard Katz, who's now currently with the NFL and NFL Films, ran after Stewart and went up. Screw it, I'll tell the whole story. What do I care? It's 25 years later. And
you're not getting invited?
They went into the, half of it's been lost in the mail for 21 years. And they went into the men's room. And Stu told me that Junior was pissed. Like he he came to the ESPYs to lose Baseball Player of the Year. And then, I can't confirm it, but all I know is magically Player of the Year, the big award at the end, was split. It was a tie. Unbelievable how it was the same amount of votes for Tiger Woods and his fellow, I believe at the time, neighbor in the community in South Florida that they were living in, Ken Griffey Jr. So if an athlete is there, more likely than not, they're picking up an award, and they know that in advance. Because the ESPYs want these moments. By the way, beautiful moment with Damar Hamlin last night awarding, the Bills training staff with their award for saving his life. So these are beautiful moments that are viral because they're beautiful, and it does spotlight the athletes. That was the whole idea. They want stars, and they want to spotlight the athletes and the moments. that we talk about and why we watch sports. It is beautiful. And Maura Mant, may she rest in peace, was so awesome at finding the right combinations that would, push our buttons to get us to cry and remember. And like Jimmy V. Those moments, boy, where Jimmy V, you laugh, you cry, it's a great day.
30 years, Jimmy V.
Right. And Dickie V, who announced he's got cancer on his throat, on his vocal cords, so we send our best to Dickie V. But I went down this road to say there's no question LeBron wanted to say what he said last night. I wouldn't be surprised if he was reading off a prompter that this thing was written,
Hopefully by him.
It does, even if it's not, who cares? But the whole idea, honestly, who cares? He definitely, I'm sure, read it through. I'm sure that nobody's talking for him. This is what he wanted to say. His beautiful family out there sharing in the moment for him. It is a crowning achievement. He is King James. He's now the all-time scoring king. And I know that it bothers some people that he likes to be scripted like that. He's not the only one. Remember Peyton Manning got lit up for having his celebration of his 50th touchdown all scripted?
Too.
I know, and so people do that, but honestly,
but it's okay to call these guys out for it being awkward and weird.
Or you know what? It's just this is the way they want to conduct their business, and I'm glad he's coming back for 21st season. I just didn't think he was in doubt. He's so damn good. The team is coming back. That's the thing too, is I know last night was planned, scripted, however. I don't know how many ESPYs LeBron has been to lately. I think the last one is when
they spoke. I'm guessing.
No, I think it's when, remember that he and a bunch of NBA stars spoke about social justice that was in a very moving beginning of that ESPYs.
Yeah.
I don't know. But all I know is that at the end of the season, he might have actually been thinking it. And maybe he'll be thinking it next year. I won't believe it because his son's coming.
That's why nobody believes it. Nobody thinks he's going to retire
unless he doesn't perform well. Wow. We take for granted his greatness now. And again, that Laker team, at this point last year, let's just go right back to last year at this time, right? We know what we were thinking. He's toast, the team's toast.